Hey everybody, this is Will of Carolina Thread Place. I am trying something new tonight. Dual broadcasting. We'll see how it goes. So I'm broadcasting on YouTube and on Facebook at the same time. Crazy. So, Miss Barbara, how are you tonight? My door is wide open. So I am dual streaming, and this is crazy. So you can see me on Facebook or on YouTube. Facebook is really laggy, but Facebook you can chat on either or, which is pretty cool. But only YouTube's comments will show up right here. So I'm trying this new app out. It's called Mob Crush, and it's dual streaming, so I can kind of see things how they go, or which is pretty cool. So, alrighty. So I clicked on the button and it popped up. So there we go. So, Miss Barbara Nance, I am glad you're good. I am well as well. Miss Leela, how are you tonight? I hope you're doing well. I have been having fun with my new equipment. Oh, my Switch is going crazy right now. So I don't know how much of a delay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 to 5 seconds delay. So just be mindful. It's going to be a little bit of a delay. So awesome. I am glad you are doing great. So we are going to put this over here. We're going to take this. We're going to close that out. Go here. And put this over here so I can see that. So this is going to be an interesting night. So I have this whole new setup that I'm seeing how I like it. Like, I don't see my screen anymore. I don't see the live camera. It doesn't show that to me. So let's go back to editor. There we go. Now I can see a little more. Yep, there we go. So how have y'all been? I'm actually wearing my new, let's bring this down. Let's do that. So as you can see, I'm wearing Carolina Thread Place. Look at that. Cool, isn't it? So, and I also did a picture of Sassy, my baby girl. And look at that. You can see the screen. Wow. That's high gloss there. So there's the camera right there. Camera's right there. So I've definitely been enjoying my sublimation machine. So I finally got back into sublimation. I'm not doing mugs and water bottles and stuff like that. I'm just doing shirts and stuff like those. Awesome. I'm glad. It's a lot of information, and I'm trying to push it out as fast as possible within the amount of time just to keep it reasonable. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Oh, they're right there. We're going to close this. Okie dokie. So we actually have people watching on both YouTube and on Facebook. Hey, Facebook people, how are y'all doing tonight? I can see your chats. I should see both YouTube and Facebook. Miss Debbie D is up in the house. How are you, ma'am? Just very laggy. Very laggy. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to do this. And before we get fully started, everyone, please, if you're on YouTube, please give this a like. If you are on, actually both, give it a like. So let me know that you're enjoying the stream. And if you're on Facebook, you are welcome to comment, and I will see the comments. I have a unified view. So let me show y'all that. So this is what I get now. So this right here is the unified chat. I don't have Facebook up, but see, I can see numbers, so I can see people on both. I'm not on Twitch or Mixer because it doesn't make sense to me, but yeah, this allows me to see what's going on. It's a pretty cool, and it's free for OBS Streamlab people. So I'm like, yes, I'll take it. So, Miss Debbie Kidd, it's been a minute. How are you, ma'am? I'm glad you were able to come in today because I know you were out last week. Helping someone move, I think is what it was. So, but anyways, welcome. And actually, let me show you this. This is Facebook. Oh, demonstration was still going. I forgot I had it still going. Which is fine because we're actually going to be switching throughout this page. But this is what Facebook Live looks like, you know. And it's going to be a little... So, let's get rid of the overlay. Because we don't need that anymore. Because that is actually going away. Oh, it's going further and further and further in. Thank you, Miss Debbie D. I absolutely love this shirt. It is really nice. Really nice. And I apologize about the screen. That's about to change like right now. Let's go back to the page. Let's go back to our page. Miss Carol Coleman, how are you, ma'am? Awesome. So we are going to be talking about social media marketing tonight. So, and that includes Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Because like I said in the video today at lunch, even though I filmed it last night, and I do have tomorrow's topic, it's customer service. And I totally forgot about that. So can y'all believe it? I have done 24 videos this month. 24. I am like ecstatic that I've actually been able to do that. And I know you guys have been thoroughly enjoying it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more videos to go. 7 more videos. How crazy is that? So, but anyways, so what? I know, Miss WD. I know. Wow. You know what? I think I need to ring the bell. Okay. Now that I can't hear, I am somewhat deaf in my right ear now. So, but I have been having so much fun with shirts and sublimation this week. I've been doing patches on an order. I mean, it's just been crazy here. I mean, really, really busy. And just, it doesn't stop. And it can't stop because you can't, as soon as you stop, it dies. And, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, you know, things are going to get better. Things are always going to get better. So, things like that. But anyways. So, I'm going to show you some stuff that I've been doing with sublimation. Shirts, actually. I already showed you one thing. I showed you the picture frame of Sassy. You know what? We even talked about this. There we go. Let there be light. And then there was. So, see, like, but there's Sassy. I'm trying to find the best way to do it. But there's the little baby girl. I took a picture of her. And this came, and here's the cool thing. I printed this from my phone because my new printer is amazing. And I actually got it to print, if you watch the conversion print video where I actually did the conversion of the printer, it actually, after I did 3 cleanings, it started working. And I found out what happened was I sealed I sealed all the colors so there was no airflow. So sorry, I have like fuzz in right there. So if I sneeze, I'll apologize ahead of time. But there was no way for air to get in there. So it was causing a vacuum. So after a while, I let it settle. I repressured the lines. I did all of that for the black, and it finally started working. And it has been working phenomenally. Oh man, it has been. I've been having so much fun with it. I don't have the coaster that I did, but I have a picture of it. Let me find it real quick. So, of course, Sassy. But that's the coaster. That was the paper. So, kind of hard to see. But it doesn't want to focus. The picture's actually, and the reason for the eyes is I took, and there's the actual printout. We're not going to show that. That's the actual picture. And I posted it on my personal page, and I stated, you know, most people have cave trolls or trolls that guard the bridge. I have a troll that guards my room because she guards my room from the other cats. It's so hilarious. When she wants her time with me, she guards the door, and then when they go and lay down, she'll come in and get loving from me, and then she'll go bop them on the head to let them know that they can come into the room. It's hilarious. It's like it's just so funny, just so funny. So I took that picture, and the glowing eyes was just perfect. So that's the reason for that's the story behind that. But y'all all know how gorgeous she is because y'all have seen her picture, and all my kitties are gorgeous. So we're just gonna leave that alone. So sorry, the back of my neck is now itching. This heat, it almost hit 100 degrees today, and we're in May. I'm gonna hate this year. I am not a summer person. I love the cool weather. I prefer the cold weather. So, oh, I went back to the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. So, today we are going to be talking about social media. And further, we're going to talk more about social media. Let's open this up so I can get to the comments. Is Miss Leah here? Miss Lisa, are you here? Okay. So this week we actually talked about branding, we talked about logos, websites, advertising, paper products, and social media marketing. So a lot of great information came out of that. Some very quick, some not very quick. So we also talked about logos, branding. Let's talk about branding first. What is branding? Um, what does branding mean to you guys? I want to throw that question out there. I know there's a 4 to 5 second delay out there, but everybody who's watching right now, type in chat what you think branding means to you and your business. Even if you watch that video, what do you think branding means in your own words? I want everybody in chat to type it. There's 8 people watching. It says 9, but 1 is my dashboard. There's 8 people in chat. Let's chat. Let's get 8 responses, because I may have forgot something to mention, or good points, because we learn off of each other. We bounce off of each other. So let's get the meaning of branding in your words. And while we do that, we're going to talk about logos. I can't show you the logo that I did for somebody because they haven't officially launched it yet. But logos are like, this is the logo. This is my logo. Even the spool. This by itself is my logo. This and this. Both of these are my trademarks. That when you see this, you know that's me. And then I'll obviously Carolina Thread Place. When you see like this right here, you know that's me. This is my door sign that I actually took down because I'm redoing it with a sublimation sign. I know, awesome. But, that's a logo. When you see that, you don't even, honestly, when you see that, you should immediately think of me. And I couldn't show y'all, like other company logos, but because then it becomes the whole issue with, later on, they'll go like, well, he's making money off of my logo. No, I'm not. But, think of all the different companies out there. The Golden Arches. Subway's a Subway. The little star for the 6-point thing for Walmart. The check for Nike. Let's see. the Apple logo, the Windows, Microsoft Windows. I'm looking around trying to see anything else. The C for cricket. You know, that stuff like that. Little Caesars, the dude. Miss Debbie Kid, that's totally fine. I don't want you to do anything that will get you in trouble or get you hurt. So I get that. So logo, if you're going to go into business, logo is an important thing. It can be as simple as just text. That's fine. But think about it this way. If it's just text, how unique is it to you? You know, if it's Arial, we all know what Arial font is, or Times New Roman, or Minion Pro, even though my logo is Minion Pro. Actually, it's not Minion Pro. No, I forgot what this is called. But, I mean, if you look at it, it looks like threads. You know, it looks like threads. And that's what I sell, and that's what I do, is I sell thread, and I use thread for some of the stuff that I do. So it all plays together for my logo, per se. And, you know, and you might be thinking, well, I don't need a fancy logo, which is true, you don't. But you want to try to get it as unique as possible, especially a name, a business name. Because you know, Carolina Thread is a little hard. I mean, there's another thing that's Carolina Thread, but it's Carolina Thread Trail. I don't get that, why it's called Carolina Thread Trail, but you know what? It's okay. I didn't know that was a thing until way after I started my business and got my license and all that stuff. But I'm Carolina Thread Place. And like I said in the video of the logo, you know, I'm the place where you can purchase thread, and I'm in the Carolinas. So I'm very specific of where I am. But there's South Carolina and North Carolina, so it's kind of, I'm in a general area. But it's all up to you about your business and stuff like that. Now, we talked about websites. That's only if websites are good if you want to reach more than your localized area or where you do events and stuff. And your website can be a marketplace. Amazon, Store Envy, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace. You can even sell on Instagram. I mean, you can do stuff like that as well. You don't have to have www.yourbusinessname.com. Well, I do it because, one, you guys are my customers. Y'all want to purchase, you know, thread and stuff. That's a way for you guys to do it. But that's more for the pieces than the product. Because I do have product out there that's like, you know, patches. I'm actually about to launch some shirts soon. I'm actually going to be doing, I'm going to go ahead and show this now. Pride is coming up. Gay Pride is coming up. And you know, I am very open about it. And but shirts that I'm going to be available for you guys to show your support. This is only if you want to. But this shirt is going to be available on my website. I can't tell if it's in. Nope, it's not in frame. There you go. So these are going to be available on my website soon. And this is sublimation. And it made me so happy to be able, you know, to do stuff like this, you know. And then I'm going to have just the regular spool that's blue available as well soon. they'll be on my website. I'm going to be making a huge announcement about it. But yeah, so I've been thoroughly enjoying, doing stuff like this. I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, yeah. So that's the thing about my website is I cater to two sets of people. One, the crafters who wants the thread, the cork, and the needles. They're going on my website this weekend. I just got my price list today. So I now know what I can do with with prices and stuff. So there's that, and that's going to be this weekend. It's going to be part of the huge announcement. If you have not subscribed to my newsletter, please do so. I think it's still easy to do. I have to check. If you're currently, if you signed up to be as a customer on my website, then you are good to go. Yep, there it is. It's at the very bottom. You can sign up if you have not done so yet. So, oh, they moved it over there. Awesome. That works. But all that's going to be announced in the newsletter this weekend. So look forward to that email very soon. I do not remember following all these, and I'm not following them, so why am I? I really do not like Twitter, but I know it's important. So I'm sorry about that. Alright, so let's go back to comments. Let's see what else we've talked about. Advertising. I cannot stress how important advertisement is. Especially, if you have a local shop, like I do now. Eve, has her studio, stuff like that. And stuff like that. This is advertising to me. I mean, I advertise to you guys all the time. I know y'all sometimes get sick of it, and I'm sorry, but it does help me out. And everybody, Miss Eve is in the house. So, yes, you do. You get sick of me advertising, or yes, you have a studio, or both. Don't make me clutch my pearls. So, advertising. Advertising is very important, in a business, and I didn't realize that was like wide open. I'm so sorry. Don't want you to, I'm constantly talking to people. I have business cards on me at all times. Okay. Oh, and I do have a name for my sublimation printer. Because, I like names. My equipment have names for, like, their purposes and stuff. Like, my two small HE1s is Lilo and Stitch. The bigger one is Patches. My Cricut machine is Vinny. My heat press is Hothead. My sewing machine is called Little Brother. So my sublimation printer, guess what it's called? It is called Subscriber. Sublimation Subscriber. I know it's weak, but I think it's cute and I think it's funny at the same time. Because I sat there for 2 days trying to come up with a name of what it is and a name. So I'm like, man, I can't think of something. And it just hit me. because I was saying, you know, like something subscriber, and I'm like, oh, that's the name. I'm gonna call it subscriber. So it is definitely funny. So there you have it. My sublimation printer is called Subscriber. And all of y'all are that. Every one of y'all are subscribers, so it works out. Um, how is the volume? Because I'm hitting red, and I don't want to blow your all's eardrums out. Am I too loud? Am I too low? Because I'm hitting red, and that's kind of scaring me, especially with that bell. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's going to be, that was in the red, I'm sure. Awesome. I'm glad y'all like the name of it. I like it too. Okay, good here. So, you know, advertising is very important. Even word of mouth is advertising. And once you start getting, you know, a customer base, you know, you start more and more and more, you'll get more people. I can say this, the two people that are next to me are hands down some of my better advertisers, because they do body waxing. So they have constant customers coming in. And they got shirts from me themselves for their business. And people are like, oh, I love your shirt. Where'd you get it from? Well, the guy next to me. There you go. And what's funny is one of her customer brought these supplemented items for free and gave it to her, and she told her customer, I'll take these, it's still this price, but Will is my go-to person, you know, because she knows the quality of work that I do. And she tells her clients the same thing. She's like, if you need shirts, check out Will next door. So and now that I've added sublimation for shirts and stuff, and I'm going to show y'all these two shirts. I actually talked to Eve earlier about these because I was blown away on this. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and talk about them now. So, you know, you see these colors, orange and yellow. They're very dull, but they're actually extremely bright. I mean, yeah, it looks dark. So I did, just as a test, event staff. That's sublimated on both. Just so that I have, you know, just to see if it works. And this is 50-50. It's not very, I mean, it's not like really, really dark, but you can see it. And I've already washed these afterwards. So you can get these shirts. And I know I'm covering my mouth, or covering up my voice, but I'm pretty sure y'all can still hear me. But these shirts are not expensive. And you can turn around, and I mean, I can turn around and sell these to all the venues and stuff and say, hey, you know, you can get these back from the people and you can wash them, or you can let them have it. It doesn't matter. That way, you know, it will never fade, because sublimation's permanent on the polyester side of things. So, and I even checked out my local shirt dealer, and you know, like he's got her I forget the name of it, Carolina Made, and they have stuff for sublimation and stuff. And I was hoping my local, and I go through Print Gear, I was hoping they had stuff, and they did, and at the same prices, like very, very good prices. Unless you go to 100% polyester, man, that's expensive. Very expensive. But it does, now, mind you, I messed up, so it's going to look a little weird, but full polyester looks great. Like very, very good color. Like it's amazing. And if you liked my Facebook page, I actually posted this. Actually on my Instagram, I posted this. So, and when I'm talking about it looks a little weird, is the page moved. So you see the little ghosting in that paw right there. Kind of hard to do. There it is. That little ghosting right here. That's because the page moved. So you got a little bit of paw. Kind of hard to see. In person you can see it. It's very, very, very noticeable. And that happened too. So you got to be careful with sublimation, because if that page moves, the ink is already in a gas form, or it's getting transferred, and the simple little move, and that happens. And you have a very, very nice dish rag or dusting rag or whatever, another test rag. But this is absolutely amazing. I love this. If you followed my Instagram as well, I posted the picture of my friend's cat on a 65-35 blend, and it looked great as well, especially in person. I was just floored by it. I'm like, that looks amazing. So, is people watching? Yes, people are watching on Facebook too. Hey, Facebook people, I'm sorry. I do have chat up, and y'all have been chatting over there too. Awesome. Eve, I'm actually dual casting on Facebook right now too. There's a new app, or there's a free app called Mob Crush. If you want to check it out, it's free, and it dual casts. It actually go up to 4 different things, but I'm not going to deal with the other two. I think Facebook and YouTube is perfect for me. So, anyways. But this shirt's actually, this design's going to be available on my website very soon as well. And I have non-Pride versions of everything as well. I just have the Pride versions. I'm getting that situated very soon. But that's only if you would like it. I am going to be placing a cork order soon, so I'm going to be announcing that very soon as well. I'm almost out of my cork already. I've been so busy doing stuff with that. I absolutely love it. So if you were lucky to order some, oh, I hope y'all are having just as much fun with it as I have been. It has been amazing. Oh, I've been enjoying it. And yes, the butterfly cork will be available on that order this time. Also, the orange is going to be available again on that order as well. But I mean, that is just gorgeous. I mean, just whew. So I'm going to be getting me some of that as well. Alright, so we've gone over that part. Let's keep going. Pretty much everyone who was wanting to participate in it, you know, Barbara says getting your name and what you do out so people see or hear about it. Yes, that is part of branding. Branding to me is identifying my business and product. And her cat hit the enter button. That is totally fine. Kitties need to watch YouTube too. It's kitty TV. But yes, that is true. Branding is multiple tiers. There's not one good or bad answer, because branding is branding. You know, you have internal branding, which is your logo, stuff like that. People recognize things that you do. Also, you are branding. Your brand, your own branding. You know, how you present yourself. I mean, when I'm wearing this shirt, you better believe I am a totally different person than if I'm just walking around in a t-shirt that doesn't have my business on it. when I yay, we're gonna go get food with Debbie D. What are you getting? I had pizza today. But you know, like on here, when I'm not on live, I cuss. I know it's bad, but I do. I do cuss a amount. But on here, I keep it clean because I know not everyone on here, everybody on my viewers, want to hear, you know, the F-bomb or this or that. So I try to keep it clean. I also make sure that nobody in my chat, and when I'm moderating Eve's, you're getting pizza. But when I'm moderating Eve's, we don't allow each other's chats to have it either. So that's what's really cool, is that's the way, you know, we focus on our business like that. Now behind closed doors, I will swear with the sailors. and that's just me. So, you know, it is what it is. I knew this was coming. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I knew that was coming. I even said it a little bit a while ago. So, but that's the way I am, and that's your branding. How you talk to people as well, how you present yourself and your products and services. You know, and here's something that, you know, people don't think about. I'm going to give you an example. Actually, it's not an example. This is just a scenario. You're my customer, and you're bringing something to me. You know, and this is going to kind of play in tomorrow a little bit. You know, you're sitting there and you go, hey, you know, how you doing? How can I help you? And the customer brings something and says, well, I want to get this embroidered. I took it to XYZ company, and they kind of messed up. Well, you have an opportunity here. You can go, one, oh yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things about that company. I would suggest you not to go with them, blah, blah, blah. You know, the owner is a real pain in the butt, blah, blah, blah. That's one way you can go. The other way is, I'm sorry that you had that experience. I'll be glad to take care of it for you, you know, and just leave it at that. That's branding too. How you talk about other companies. Yes, there's like 5 or 6 other embroiderers around me, but people come to me. I don't tell them, you know, don't go to that person, don't go to that person. I've had someone tell me, you know, call me up and say, well, you know, I want to get a price on these scrubs. I need to get this embroidered on it. When I tell you it was 10 color changes, I was not lying. I quoted $15 per scrub. Well, she was like, oh, well, such and such person said that he would do it for like, I think it was $5 or $6. And I said, you know, I'm sorry, I can't beat that price. If you can get that price, then by all means, please. That is totally, you know, it's okay. I'm like, I have single needles. I cannot compete with that yet. And she was like, well, okay, you know, thank you for your time and everything. And she's like, maybe one off. And I said, no, ma'am. I said, I would not do just one for $15. I said, if it's one, it's got to be more. You know, because that is a lot of work. So, you know, yes, I lost that customer, but you know what? She can't say to anybody that I badmouthed the other company. I was cordial. I was very nice to her, and I politely told her, don't worry about coming back to me unless it's a bigger order, and then I can reduce my price down again. Because it's a lot of work with color changing. you know, with single hit. Now, if I had a 4 needle or a 10 needle or a 12 needle or an 8 needle or whatever, I could have reduced the price a little bit and kept going. But 10 color change, that's a lot of work, a lot of babysitting that one machine to do one thing. I could not do that. Now, was it smart to not bring it down? To me, I couldn't get myself to go lower than that. But someone else may. But that's totally between, you know, that. So how you treat people, how you talk to people, how you present yourself, how at cons, at conventions, people come to my table and they know what to expect every time they come to my table. They can see everything's readily available. I've tried different techniques on the buttons and stuff. I'm still trying to figure that out because I'm sitting here adding more buttons to my arsenal. But, you know, if you can ask Eve, every time she's seen my table, it's very neat, it's organized.